All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Mario Kart Central for some more Mario Kart World Cup 2021 action. We've got some more MKT up for you guys today. This is Colombia versus Costa Rica. Today I'm being joined by SuperFX.
Hello, everyone. Happy to cast this very intense match. Colombia and Costa Rica are both very strong teams. Looking forward to see how this plays out. And yeah,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I guess for now we'll take a look at the lineups for Colombia and Costa Rica. So for Colombia, we have Marley Nafa, Gutty, Diego, and Angel. And then for Costa Rica, we have SuperFX, Gretel, uh, Jeix. I don't want to mispronounce the name, and Despalti. So as you see, both teams have very strong lineups. Notably speaking, majority of them play in the Division One for Clan War League, or even are in the level of it. So it'll be really interesting to see how that plays out. And yeah, for this match as well, we will be going with MrSanchz's POV. Sanch in particular is very strong at driving and has played a lot of lounge matches for Mario Kart Tour. So having that, notably speaking, will mean that we'll see a lot of aggressive gameplay and very smart gameplay as well. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did definitely see that yesterday in our cast. We had Costa Rica and Brazil. Costa Rica coming out on top with a 4-point win. It was a very close match, very back and forth. But in the end, Sanch made such a huge impact, and you could dare to say that he won Costa Rica the war with his plays. So um, great that we're going to see his point of view again today. But yeah, and like you said, a lot of these players, high level experience, especially Sanch and Gretel and Angel as well on Colombia being in Square Tables Knights, the premier LATAM team in the game right now. And yeah, I also want to point out the records so far. So yeah, like I mentioned, Costa Rica Brazil, that was Costa Rica's only match so far. And Colombia played earlier this morning. They actually willingly played at 7 or 8 a.m. against France, and they.
I don't know how you can willingly play at like such early in the morning. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well, but France took that by, I believe it was like 40 points. So Costa Rica 1-0, Colombia 0-1 right now, and this match heavily implies which of these teams moves on in the end. I would say, barring upsets like Brazil over Colombia or something like that. But
Yeah. And as if for a recap real quick, the top two teams in each group will face on into the later stages. So if we see that Costa Rica already has a 1-0 lead, that means if they take against Colombia, that could even make that lead even greater and could potentially guarantee them a spot into the top two and have them go into the later stages. So yeah. We're waiting for the room, everyone to join real quick. So far, only Sanch is in the room, and then Colombia, so 3 other people as well. Let's take a look at the tracks that they'll be playing. So the Ludwig Cup says there's only 2 minutes left, which means probably won't be playing it unless people join really quickly. But for reference, I'm going to be pulling the courses right now. For the Ludwig Cup, we have Royal Raceway R, Bowser's Castle 1, and RMX Choco Island 1T. All of which I would say are pretty run tracks. Royal Raceway R especially has no real shortcuts besides the very beginning, which will sort of determine if a group front run is going to happen. Bowser's Castle 1, we also forgot to mention as well, Colombia and Costa Rica both have baggers, I believe, so we will be
yeah,
seeing a bagging war as well. So Bowser's Castle 1 will be a track where there won't be any bagging because it's so short that bagging is actually more of a detriment than a benefit. And that's simply because there's not a lot of item boxes and it's such a short track. Also allows for a greater score change as well because for baggers, bottom two means that the maximum score that each team can have is only 13, which is a top 3-7. However, if there is no bagging, then a team could potentially have a top 4, which will be a plus 19, even greater at that point. So it's pretty interesting. I love to see those tracks where they're really short. So the point where, yeah, despite there being a pretty big score difference, it could be demolished in just an easy like top 3-5 or top 4. So I like to see those tracks as well. But again, 43 seconds for the Ludwig Cup might not be. Oh, as I'm saying that right now, we are gonna yeah, one person left.
Someone left.
Yeah.
Also want to point out they subbed in Hausa in the end instead of Despalti, and Hausa was Costa Rica's bagger yesterday, so coming in again. I think that's a smart choice. Have a familiar bagger in your lineup for, especially this match. Like I mentioned, this is a very important match for both of these teams. So yeah, I think that'll work out for them.
I think they're holding off on the Ludwig Cup, so they'll be
Yeah,
starting in 10 minutes. In which case, we'll be playing in the Pinkle Peach Cup, which means the first race we'll be playing is RMX Rainbow Road 1, followed by Calamari Desert 2 and Paris Promenade 3T. So, yes, and I think they're going to be starting unless some other. Yeah, they're starting right now.
Yep. All right, getting into this match up. Yeah, this match, this track, sorry, Rainbow Road 1, heavily, like, whoever starts in the top spots heavily implies who's going to run. So we'll see how these starting positions shake up here.
Yeah, also worth noting, RMX Rainbow Road 1 has gliders, and as we mentioned before, there are glider respawns. However, it's also a strategy for teams to strategically hold off their reds to red people on the glider to respawn them backwards, basically ending their race at that point. So that'll also be a factor.
Yeah, for sure. So Sam starting in last, not ideal, but he can maybe get some, a shroom or two and help respawn at the very beginning if he wants. So we'll see how that plays out.
Top spots immediately for Costa Rica, so looking pretty well for them. Oh, the Thwomp.
Thwomp to start off the match. He'll have to burn a shroom, but he has another shroom, so he will be able to catch up right away if he chooses to do this respawn.
Switching to manual drift, smart steering, that'll give him better lines, taking the glider respawn. Top two though for Colombia, but with the star that could be broken immediately.
Yeah, star and fourth, great pull to start off this war here, but he'll take a trail from a Colombia member in the air.
So yeah, it's still top spots for Colombia, so might be pretty well for them so far, unless Costa Rica could take out their 1-3. But so far right now, Colombia sort of has a 6th place, just not really going on. Oh, again, another person.
Gretel. I think Gretel takes out. Oh, but the blue is being held by Colombia. That's going to get Gretel. But I think she respawns forward.
Yeah, go forward. Still going to have a 1-3-4 for Costa Rica.
Yeah, really Gretel doing great work. And now may be able to hold first. I think that's Gutty in second. I would advise him to just hold his items.
Oh, that wasn't a snipe. I saw that. That's fine. That's a 1-3-4 for Costa Rica. Great start for them. No shocks in particular on that race, which was nice. So that meant that Costa Rica could have had just an easy run at that point.
Yeah, that's a nice. I'm assuming it was a red from Gretel that got that Colombia member off the glider. That was great. Like you mentioned, redding players off the glider early enough to respawn them backwards is really the best way to take those top spots. And Gretel did it well. So
yeah.
Great opening for Costa Rica here.
Yeah, really great. Again, we're playing Calamari Desert 2T track with not a lot of shortcuts. Actually, I take that back. There's a shortcut at the very beginning, and depending if you get a shroom, that could determine if you front run this race. So, could be seeing some players just jump into the off-road and just see if they have a shroom, and if they have one, they'll throw it, or not throw it, they'll use it, and they'll take the shortcut, having an easy lead in the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. It's always fun watching 4 or 5 characters just jump into that off-road right away. Yeah. It looks super suspicious.
That is a disconnect.
That is a disconnect. Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to see it reopen.
Which means we'll probably see Rainbow Road again when the room reopens. So Yeah, yep, there we go. He'll quit out. So, yeah, I think I wasn't catching on that first race. We were focusing so much on the pack. I didn't catch who was winning that bagging battle on the race one. But on that track specifically, the boxes, there aren't too many on each lap, and they're also very spread out. So you really only have one or maybe two realistic shots at getting shock on that specific track. But whoever won that bagging battle, that could, imply who's gonna come out on top with bagging later on.
Yeah, especially in getting an 8th place box for any team is going to have a greater chance of pulling shock than a 7th place box. But 7th place shocks could happen, and actually in recent updates had become far more likely. So, yeah. Also worth noting as well that for baggers as well, because bottom 2 is going to be on that track in particular, because there's a glider respawn that respawns you backwards. There will be less boxes for the baggers to get. So as a result, shocks, if both baggers decide to just go ahead and dip down the glider to respawn backwards, shocks are pretty much not going to happen because there's so many glider respawns that take you backwards that it's not really going to be likely that a lot of baggers are going to take a lot of item sets to get a lot of boxes. So waiting for one more player from Costa Rica for this to start. As we mentioned, this is going to be the Pink Gold Peach Cup, so we're going to play Rainbow Road 1 again, and then afterwards Colombo Desert 2, and then Paris Promenade 3T. Afterwards, we'll be having the Fire Road Cup, which will be for Paris Promenade 3R, so we're going to go with Paris Promenade 3, but do that backwards with less trick ramps. And then Bowser's Castle 1R, and then Royal Raceway, so yeah.
Yeah, and I also want to point out that Colombia did sub someone as well. They have Sladzer in now. Sladzer being, I believe, their main bagger. So now, gonna see if he can counter Hausa better than whoever was bagging on the first race. I didn't catch who that was, but yeah, I have to see how that plays out for Colombia there. And I believe it's just Hausa who has to join the room.
Yeah. So you're just gonna wait for a little bit from that. It might be coming. Okay, there it is. All right, we're just gonna wait for the room to start.
And this is another sub, actually. Despalti is gonna...
Oh, wow.
That's who was originally supposed to play. He's gonna sub in for, I guess, the rest of the war here for Costa Rica. So that could also affect the bagging as well. Yet again, we'll have to see, because I'm assuming that's Despalti will be bagging. And yeah, running it back to RMX Rainbow Road 1.
Yeah. So again, as we mentioned before, whoever starts in the front and ends up not hitting the swamp will have a pretty good front run.
Yeah, again, so SuperFX starting in the front this time, but he's surrounded by Colombia. I'll have to be careful of any bumps.
The trails.
Risky.
Yeah. Again, as for the bagging war, bottom 2 is just gonna keep doing this glider respawn, so go back to the front. With that said, though, Costa Rica 246 seems to be more of a Colombia front row presence rather than a Costa Rica one, so looking pretty good for them.
SuperFX holding the Mega again. Mega.
Great. That was a great red shell. That's gonna give. Yeah, that's gonna make him respawn a bit backwards. Actually, it's gonna respawn them forward, but take him so far back that it might be pretty much over for that.
And also burn his star. He was holding a star there, so that was great reaction there from SuperFX.
Yeah.
Jake's using his star now. I think
we can start him off. That's a bot.
Yeah.
Go backwards again. So that's a 2-3-4 for Costa Rica. All Colombia have is first place.
And that's gonna, taken care of very quickly. Gretel getting that red off. He has a shroom to recover, but SuperFX can probably do something about this.
Yeah, SuperFX could definitely take him out if he gets a red here.
Yeah,
the shock. I think that's a Costa Rica shock. I think, because Jake's also went ahead and dodged as well, so that's a top 2 for Costa Rica. I believe that was a Costa Rica shock. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I think it was solely because Colombia, if they had it, they probably would have used it much earlier than that. So, honestly, though, Gretel lost a few spots since she wasn't able to dodge, and they were what, top 2-4 or 1-3-4 before shock.
They were top 2-4, and then it ends up having maybe Colombia. Maybe they wanted to take out at least some of Costa Rica's top 3 or top 2-4, and ended up doing so actually, because as you said, Gretel actually got taken out. So maybe that was a Colombian shock. We won't really know because usually how we can tell is if we go to the mini map, whoever spins out. So we'll need to pretty much check that again if that's any Costa Rica shock or a Colombian shock. But still, despite the shocks, that's a top 2 for Costa Rica. Again, going to solidify that lead.
And now, for real this time, we're going to see Calamari Desert. Yeah. Well, I don't want to jinx it too early, but probably going to see Calamari Desert 2. Yep, there we go. So, yep, going to watch everyone jump into the Snisk and hope you get a Shroom. And the race pretty much goes from there. So,
yeah. So let's find out who's going to gamble the Shrooms successfully. SuperFX gambles
SuperFX does great stuff. So, yeah.
A lot of Colombia gambles it really well, too.
Yeah, Colombia do as well.
I think one of Costa Rica in 6th place there, unfortunately, lost the gamble and did not get a Shroom. So, again, that's going to be an early lead for SuperFX, but better keep that in mind, though. The Reds could be prevalent, so not too much of a lead for him if Reds end up going in Colombia's favor.
Yeah, at the very least, he has Jake's in 3rd, although positions are switching now, so...
Yeah, I think one of Costa Rica got hit, that's 2-3 for Colombia, and no protection for 1st.
There we go.
Could be seeing a coin red from them. Yeah, the 2-3 is really strong. 4-4-5 for Costa Rica, there's the red, and I think that's too far ahead to the point where it's not going to really deal a lot of damage. Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. And Shroom as well.
First place. And the red
behind it.
Oh no, but Colombia's not being supported though, because I think one of them got hit. So that's still gonna be a 2-3-5.
Yeah, great play from Angel though. Reading, he lagged his, or maybe the heart took it out, but he got rid of his protection. So instead of shrooming into the off-road, he shroomed to get his red out. So that was a great play there. And I think that's I think that's a win for Colombia off that. So great play from him.
So I'm going to answer a question in the chat. One person's asked, why do you change controls mid race? So the 2 control schemes, actually there's multiple control schemes, but basically there's 2 control schemes where it's either manual drift or drift button, and then there's also smart steering and no smart steering. So in this game there are invisible walls, despite if you use smart steering or no smart steering. And this is to help with Nintendo's idea that in a mobile game it's harder to drive. So the invisible walls sort of help players not fall off or fall into the off-road. So drift button in particular is great all around. You're able to drift wide and then drift tight, but you can't drift as tight as manual drift. So that's why manual drift is sometimes used in other tracks, because you can drift tighter with it. Also, if you use smart steering, the smart steering walls, like the invisible walls, are smaller. However, you can't go into the off-road. So that it's sort of like a balance. Like if you either want to enable smart steering so you have less invisible walls, but as a result go into the off-road, or you're going to disable smart steering so you can get into the off-road but have a bit more invisible walls to hinder the driving. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, and SuperFX in particular is one of those players who switches them depending the track. Not too many players do that, but SuperFX has played since, day 1 of the game, so he is used to playing certain controls on certain tracks. So I think that's something more specific to SuperFX, if anything. But going into Paris, I believe 3T and 2-3-4 right now, SuperFX with his heart too, holding it too. I think with Costa Rica in last, that could be a shock. in play right now.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from Costa Rica being used, so yeah, pretty interesting. The nice red. But using a heart right now, I don't know if they have shock.
Yeah, not too sure. He has another set. See if he gets something else. Star being held by
still
Colombia.
Top two for Costa Rica. Still switching a bit, so again though, we're coming to the very end. Costa Rica might be seeing another top two because this glider coming up right here, it's very hard to hit people out. Oh, one person gets hit.
But yeah, he'll get hit before the gliders. That helps. Oh wait.
A little bit.
No, okay. I think that was lag. That's still top two for Costa Rica there. Looked a little suspicious, but that's just MKT lag in a nutshell sometimes, and top two still. That would have been a great play, getting him hit before the glider instead of... I mean, if he got hit redded over the glider, that would have been great too, but before the glider, confirmed that he would have hit the glider... The guy redding him would have hit the glider first, and that would have been he would have confirmed, gotten that position. Even if he had a mushroom or something. So that was, I think, Angel again, so great stuff there.
Yeah, so again, we're going to be playing Paris Promenade 3 again, but this time in reverse and without a lot of trick ramps. So, yeah, for Paris Promenade 3 RT, which is the reverse and the trick version, there is a glider respawn, but in this track, there is no glider respawn. So, more of a run track, if anything.
Yeah, definitely, and we might... this might be another disconnect, we'll have to see, but...
hopefully not.
One thing we did... Okay, no, we're good. One thing we did see previously is you see this... Actually, oh... Never mind, I'm thinking of the wrong version. So one thing about, I was looking at the image in the background, and that doesn't always match with the version you're playing, so I was looking at a version of a different track, but... reverse, really just one of the better,
very solid. That was a very solid green from Colombia.
Yeah, for sure. So this is one of the more run-heavy variants in comparison to, RT, like you said, without that glider in play. SuperFX getting the Mega, again, one Mega can be in play at a time, so holding this Mega here, great stuff. And Costa Rica again in last place.
Top 3 for Colombia, it's pretty good. This is what they need. After being down for so long, they need to start coming back after this. So
he could throw a green here.
And as we see
but he'll get bounced off the wall.
Newton never lies. As if Newton even applies to Mario Kart. That's a dodge. That's a...
Yep.
Yeah. That's going to be top spots for Costa Rica. That's what they need.
That's what I suspected. He'll get that... Yeah, I think that bomb connects too. So great trail there. And top 3 just like that for Costa Rica with 2 sets left. Colombia could do something, but it's going to be tough. SuperFX with double protection too.
Colombia needed that top 3 in order to, at the very least, mitigate this minus 24 deficit. But again, that's going to be another win race for Costa Rica, so that loss is going to be even greater. And because Costa Rica just needs to win versus Colombia, they're going to be 2-0 if this happens. Going to solidify themselves into the top 2 if they just win this.
Yeah, not only that, but that would be Colombia's second loss, so that would be probably, unless we see any upsets in the remaining matches, that would probably be the end of their journey to the top of their group. So major implications, but Costa Rica doing great job here with this shock play and bagging. Again, I'm not too familiar with Despalti, who is their bagger. I'm not too familiar with him, but he's staying in last, so he's
getting shocks for Costa Rica.
He's doing the job that he needs to do.
Yeah, so so for Costa Rica's group, which is Group L, we have obviously Costa Rica and Colombia. Who else is in Group L?
Brazil and France.
Okay, so I think France, if that's the case, is already at 2-0 or has won all of their matches. Or have they?
Yeah, they're 2-0 already. They played Brazil and Colombia already.
Okay, so if Costa Rica wins this match, could solidify the group already. Because even if France and like loses their next war, and Costa Rica loses their next war, they'll still be 2-1, and the other teams will be 1-2 if I'm doing that correctly. So
Yeah, that should
that'll
be
make
right.
them top two already. So if they just win this match, they're gonna get all the way into the top 8. So yeah, and great start from them in the beginning as well. Top 2 with Gretel on running in the first place.
Well, Green is a bit close, but he'll avoid it.
Oh, a bit of a driving mistake from them. It's fine though. Still
He
top
clips the
spots.
swamp. Yeah, I don't think the trail connects though. One thing I do want to point out is Despalti is staying in last, and I do want to mention that, you know, this isn't a track you normally like hard bag on. Like you see, he's pretty close to the pack, but staying in last, especially since they're winning, all they need is their top spots to be performing well. So staying in last is great play. I like how they have that awareness of what they need to be doing. But unfortunately, it looks like Gretel got taken out, or was
Yeah,
that Jake's? No, it was
I think
Jake's
it was
getting taken
Jake,
out. So,
probably. Still
oh, but
catching up though.
yeah, he gets 5th still.
Top 2 5-8, another deficit for Colombia. Wow, I think this is almost getting into a 30 territory now, and in Mario Kart Tour standards, plus 30 is a huge lead.
Yeah, that's a significant lead. That's like, I would say that's close to like plus 50 or plus 60 in like terms of 8DX.
Not even that. I think that's like a
scores.
plus 90 because in 8D, for instance, a top 4 I think is a plus 40, which would make them at the very least close.
Top 6 is plus
Or
40.
top 6. My bad. I was thinking of Mario Kart Tour. Yeah, top 6 would be plus 40. In which case, even if a top 4 happened, actually, yeah, no, this is not even minus 30. This is minus 40 now. So, yeah, the minus 40 in this case, for reference, a top 4 is a plus 19 in Mario Kart Tour. So even with 2 top 4s, Costa Rica would still be ahead by 2 points. So you might then think then a minus 40 in Mario Kart Tour is sort of more like a minus 90 in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe standards. So already really solid from Costa Rica.
Yeah, Colombia, you know, they have half the war, and that's plenty of time,
Yeah.
but they need to start making moves now, and especially heading to Royal Raceway.
I mean, I've seen comebacks, so maybe they'll change it, but again, not looking too good. 1, 3, 4 top spots for Costa Rica. A nice mega from Colombia.
Nice
So.
mega. Oh, he gets Jake's too. That's actually a really great play with the mega there. Good stuff from top 3 right off the bat. But Costa Rica in bottom 2 right now. I don't know
they're
how
not bagging.
I feel about that. Yeah.
Ooh, this is a risky play, but it could work out in their favor if they just keep chaining dodges and make it so that way at the very least, because the bagger right now for Colombia is still in the close in the pack. Great, great bombs from them. Great bombs for MrSanchz. But yeah, notably speaking, the bagger for Colombia is still in the pack, which means at the very end, there might be a situation where the bagger could catch up immediately and start having maybe a top 4 or top 3, 5. Oh, but I think the bagger is still all the way in the back, so not going to be able to catch
coming
up.
I think that may have been Costa Rica's bagger, actually, who just built up, so this looks really strong right now. But, I mean, yeah, 2-3, that's Jake streaming up as well. Ooh, he could side red.
Did he side?
No,
yeah, he
I
side
don't
redded.
think
I think he did. That was a top 2 for Costa Rica. Maybe he did. I don't know. He's still in 3rd, so I think it just took out the trail. But as a result, everyone else just passed Colombia and just ended up getting a top 2 for Costa Rica. So again, this lead is making it even bigger. Could be seeing the end of Group L as we know it.
Yeah, again, I think you know that track specifically, it was risky for Colombia to decide to not bag on that track of all tracks. Again, that's one of the longest tracks in the game and also has several boxes per lap, that is. So giving up the bagging on that track of all tracks. I mean, Shock didn't come out in the end, but it's still a risky move regardless, and it didn't even pay off as Costa Rica. They had shrooms for respawn. I think both Sanch and Jakes did it, so it was enough to secure them the race win. And this is looking really dire now.
Yeah, the -47 is a huge loss in this case. They need a base. Yeah, I think Colombia already halfway into the match. I think Colombia needs to, or no, not even halfway, more than halfway. I think Colombia needs to opt to not bag anymore, or at the very least stay in 7th and then catch up at the end, which is even more risky because that gives Costa Rica even more chances for shocks. But they need to make these risks though, because -47 is, if they don't catch up immediately, could be game.
Yeah. Like, you have to understand this. It's not, CWL, this is one of 10 regular matches in the season. There's 3 matches for this group stage, and if you even lose one, your chances of moving on are looking so dire.
Yeah, even less and less.
Colombia are playing for their spot right now, so making these risks with being this far down, I wouldn't blame them for doing so.
Yeah. But so far looking pretty well for Colombia, having a 1-3, but again, this shortcut's going to determine the position change. And yeah, Sanchz is having a
second as well for Gretel. I can't quite make it out.
I believe that is a star in second, unless that's a banana. That is a star in second.
No, it's a star, yeah.
It got to be top 2 for Costa Rica after this. Unless, no, the bomb. Okay, that's a weird bomb. I something I didn't expect. The bagger for Colombia is coming up. Might be bottom 2 for Costa Rica if they're not safe enough. Still first place for Gretel. If Gretel gets hit, could be top 2 for Colombia, and then everyone else will be catching up.
Yeah, this is the opportunity for Colombia, but even with top 2,
hits the banana. Oh, but still, yeah, 4 through 8 is still so far behind. Top 3 is kind of long gone. And yeah, they got. Is that top 2?
They secured the top 2 shock coming in. I think they got a shock from them. 1-2-4.
Yeah. Okay, that's what they need. That's a start. That is a start. That's a +9. That's what Colombia needs to start doing, is just keep getting these small races.
Yeah, +9, bring lead down to a -38. So
-38 is still really big, but hey, if you're Colombia, you have big deficit. You need to take anything you get.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the start they need, but they have to follow it up. And going to Donut Plains 2,
they have 4 races left.
Yeah, this track specifically highly depends on your lap 2 items, your catch-up potential. So, I mean, we've seen Costa Rica play very well in the front, but can they do the same thing in the mid-pack to make this catch-up for the last few turns? As that really solidifies who's gonna come out on top in the end.
That's another disconnect. So room reset. Yeah, but so far right now, Colombia needs to have at least a double-digit plus. Like they need to have plus double digits every race in order for them to, at the very least, have some sort of competition. But what's even worse is the fact that they're missing Donut Plains 2. And this track is really good for them to not bag because it's so short. They could have risked maybe getting a top 4 or like a top 3-5 because they need to have as many winning races as they can get. And at the very least have short races at that, because at the very least they won't need to rely on bagging, because if you're bagging, the max you can get, as I said before, is only +13. So the Ice Mario Cup, Ice Mario Cup, again, this is for Ice Mario Cup. This is going to be it's going to be hard because there's going to be Rock Mountain R again, and then Donut Plains 2. They really did not need to play Rock Mountain again, because that means one of the baggers is going to need to stay in the back. I think
this track rotation is not benefiting Colombia right now, as we do see a
Yeah.
bit of a stream. Oh, it's back. Okay,
It's back. But
bit of a
also,
buffer.
after the Ice Mario Cup, that means they'll be playing the first race of the Luigi Cup, which is Paris Promenade 3. That track is pretty short. They could risk not bagging there and honestly be fine. That's what I believe Germany tried doing for versus Spain when they had a big deficit, and they almost got away with it until Spain ended up pulling shock and got top spots. So again, really interesting. The one race that Colombia needs to take into account, though, is their first race, which is Rock Mountain R. They really need to make sure that, at the very least, have a double-digit winning race for them in this first race right here. And especially because Rock Mountain R is really long, it gives a lot of opportunities for shocks to be in play for bottom two. So again, really risky, but they need to take these risks.
Yeah, they certainly do. It looks. I mean, and also with that reset could, affect things. Not only the track selection, but just mindset. I think Colombia, if they were starting to get into this match, like mindset-wise, it was going to be after that win. But with this reset, could negatively affect them. As again, this track does not help them in the least. So,
Yeah.
we'll have to see how that affects their play style, their mindset, all of that good stuff. So hopefully we get this started again any minute now. While we are waiting here, we could talk about some other results we've seen today. We did see some action in Group, I believe it was K earlier this morning. Spain coming out with a pretty big upset over Hong Kong earlier today, plus 12 win for them. I don't think many people were expecting that, especially Hong Kong was using their strong lineup with Haria, so huge win for them.
Then.
And also Hong Kong coming out with their own win over Chile. Again, Chile being one of the teams seeded directly into group stage. So great action going on in that group, and we will be seeing Mexico versus Chile in that group later tonight. So
that's pretty
definitely
exciting.
Want to check that out over on Endgame TV 1. So, but we are getting back into the match here, and yep, like we mentioned, Rock Mountain R. We're gonna see what Colombia can.
They need to.
Here.
They need to win this. They need to win. The Colombia needs to win this race. If they don't, it might be game. Like they can't just win by 1 or like single digits. They have to win by like 9 or 11 this race in order to, at the very least, come back. They need to win by 9 or 11 or like 13 or 7's not. 7's kind of pushing it. They need to make big races on these last 4 races because minus 38 is really big, and they are going to be bagging here too. So.
I think, like we mentioned, they really have no choice, just because of the nature of this track. Super long with lots of boxes, they kind of have to. Yeah. But he is getting into last at least, so...
And top spots for Colombia. While this maybe seem as good, it might not because the shortcut here is going to be really big.
Yeah, gonna have to hope that some of those top positions have a shroom in pocket or something. We can't quite see that far up, but SuperFX with a star definitely gonna be catching up.
Yeah,
chaining even.
This. Gonna be just gonna be catching up, and with the heart, not gonna get competed against. Nice trick from him actually. That saved a lot of time.
And now, just like that, back to 1-3 for
if Colombia has a shock. They
Colombia
need
have to make quick work of this.
Yeah. This might be game the first place. No support in the front. I don't know why that red didn't hit. That would have been huge for Colombia.
Yeah, that was with the shroom out too,
That's
right?
top 2 from them. They need. The baggers are going into the boxes right now, though. Is that going to be game? I think it might be game.
No other. Only one red for Colombia.
I think this. Yeah, top 2-4. I think this is it for Colombia. I think it's way too big. I mean, they could win. They could still win technically if they decide not to bag, because okay, top 2-4. This right here is a +9 if my math's correctly. If my math's correct for this, in which case then, yeah, that would still be a +47 for Costa Rica. Oh God.
So not
Yeah,
mathematically over,
49.
but they can
No,
no
that was-
longer bag no matter what the track.
That was okay. Never mind. I miscalculated that. That was actually a +11 for them, -49. Even with 3 top 4s, which top 4s in itself are really rare. It's only gonna be +57. So again, Colombia could. They can't bag anymore. They can't. Mathematically impossible.
Yeah. They have to run no matter the track. I mean, Donut Plains 2 coming up here, that could be a good track in Colombia's situation, but still, like we mentioned, Costa Rica, they're going to be aware of the situation. They are going to sit in last regardless of what Colombia chooses to do. So
But
Colombia are going to have to
this-
do great with their
Yeah.
dodge chains and such.
This is the track that Colombia needs, though. It's pretty short, and they could risk not bagging. They're okay. Yeah, they're not bagging.
Yeah.
If this is
Sanch with this 2 shroom pull on the first
Yeah.
set, that's probably the best pull you can get on this track on the
Uh-huh.
first set. So
yeah,
here he could just back this, and that would be game. Maybe if he hits a few, but actually a bomb from Colombia actually going to hit 2 Costa
2, 3,
Rica.
4. Great
That-
bomb from them that hits. I think no, that doesn't.
I think he gets hit from something else before that can reach, but
Oh wait,
Nice red.
top 3 for Colombia. 2
2
stars.
stars. There's no way.
No way. This dude's hacking.
There's
Put him
no
on
way he just
conditionals.
did that, dude.
No, he's gotten
This-
another one.
Okay, yeah, this is first place. If he doesn't get first
Oh
place,
my god.
yeah,
Sanch,
If
dude, you
he-
need to chill with this.
and a shroom too to
Oh my
boot.
god.
Yeah, that's gonna be game off
Oh,
of that.
that's
and
game. How do you pull 3 stars?
I can't believe it. I've never ever seen that
I've
in my
never
life.
seen that item look in my life. Well, Costa Rica versus Colombia. Costa Rica will be your winners for this match, and I think if this is the case, they're going to be placed into the quarters. So, and
Yeah,
France already won their
I think
first
it's
2 matches.
confirmed.
Yeah, it's pretty much confirmed at this point. So,
And that means Costa Rica in top 8, and I would bet that I doubt anyone. I doubt anyone would have predicted that going into this World Cup. Costa Rica making it all the way to top 8. I doubt anyone would have predicted that, but look at where we are right now. This is
yeah.
this is absolutely incredible, especially considering their performance last year. Not the greatest. They didn't even make it into, it was top 2 out of groups to go to bracket last year as well. Don't even know if they got 3rd in their group last year, and here they are, top 8. What an incredible story for them.
That looks like a bot, but it's not a bot. That is just
That's
that is just a big cold bomb.
That is, yes, Jake's signature. I think we saw that in groups play-ins last week too, when they had confirmed a win on cast. So, we'll see how many coins he can collect for this last race here. But
Yeah, make
Wow.
it rain with all the coin boxes.
and
Yeah.
2-0 for both France and Costa Rica. Could Costa Rica make that run for the 3-0 even over France?
Yeah.
I think it's, on paper, France, again, like one of the top 4 teams in the tournament, and, it's I think still a tough ask, but Costa Rica have been playing very well. I think they can make, at least a run on, a few tracks.
That is a shock from Costa Rica. That was a shy guy that used it. Yeah, that is just going to be
boot as if
winning
they
race.
need anything more here. And yeah, ending out this race in style with a shock. And wow, I just what a dominating
Incredible.
performance
Yeah,
for Costa
incredible.
Rica. I definitely wasn't expecting this. I rated Colombia really highly, and I still rate them highly.
Yeah.
This match, it's just one match, but Colombia's improvement as well over the past year has been super strong. They looked really promising in scrims leading up to the event, but this match, Costa Rica dominating in the pack, dominating in the bagging. Like, we saw Despalti in last majority of races, and this is looking very promising for potential upset in bracket even for them.
Yeah, so for reference then, when will we be seeing then Costa Rica versus France? Because that'll be a pretty interesting match to look at.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to cast that one. I believe it's tomorrow at some point. We won't be casting it, but SuperFX will probably be streaming it, so you can check it out there, but I'm going to try and find that match time quickly.
Disconnect. Oh, we're going to be waiting.
That was race 12, though.
Are they going to really... Do they want to be playing this? I mean, they kind of already... Are they going to be resetting, actually?
Oh, I thought that was race... Is this race 12?
This is race 12.
Oh, okay. I thought the last race was. That's my bad. But, yeah, I'm looking up that match time for you guys quickly here. Yeah, France-Colombia, 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And I'm assuming SuperFX will stream that. France also will have multiple point of views, I would assume, for that. Won't be covering that on cast, but definitely a match worth checking out for the first place decider of this group.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're definitely resetting room because no one's driving forward.
Yeah, just for formalities, gonna have to finish up this war with all 12 races here. But yeah, I'm just blown away by how not only this match, but all the matches we've seen out of Costa Rica, making more work out of this match over Colombia than they did over Brazil even. And Brazil, again, the other team in this group coming from play-ins. It just shows how, maybe how little info we staff have on some of these teams, but also just the upset potential that these lower teams have, like Costa Rica, like Brazil, like Spain.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, SuperFX is gonna pick a quirky character. It looks like. I'm not sure what we're gonna see, but
the options.
Yeah, he's gonna just showing off his whole roster here for us.
Yeah.
Look at all those coin boxes. Great stuff for ranked. We'll
look at all those
see
little
what he ends up with here.
Awesome.
Koopa. Are we gonna see all coin box? That would be epic. Yeah, really there we go.
That's
all right,
actually
let's
really
see.
funny.
Let's see how many coins SuperFX can collect this race. I think
that's
really who the winner is. Whoever can get the most coins, right?
Let's see if he beats. Let's see if he beats his rank score. Be pretty fun.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. So,
all right, I'm gonna call it. He's gonna collect 30 coins. I'm gonna call 30 coins. What about you?
That's pretty good, I would say. Oh, no coin box quite yet.
Oh wait, if you hit somebody, it doesn't count as coins. Never mind. I actually don't think I don't want to. Can I change my mind? I don't want 30. He's gonna stay in first. he's gonna stay in first and just never. Okay, that's 3. Chat, what do you think? How many coins is SuperFX gonna collect? I mean, it's basically over at this point, so you better have fun with it.
Yeah, first for now it looks 11 out of 30.
Oh, let's collect those coins. I'm missing my bet.
Yeah, he's gonna need someone to get a coin box near him, or get his own.
Oh,
there it is.
There's coin box. Oh please!
Holding it for the opportune moment.
Yeah, the very opportune moment. He's on a full combo right now. He's not actually. What am I thinking?
And the
Oh.
coin box plus 2 with those
Never
red
mind, Mitch,
coins.
I underestimated that. He's getting 40 coins.
Great
All right.
stuff. For
Awesome. And
SuperFX.
that's a top. Oh yeah, they were top 4 by the way. I forgot.
Top. What is it? Top 2-4 in the end.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot to commentate the race. Yeah, they're. Yeah. Okay. That's a win. I mean, they won before that, so that was a fun match. Oh, he almost beat his ranked score though.
Yeah, very close. He'll have
Very
to
close. Try again
score
later.
looking a little low though. He'll have to pick
Yeah.
that up coming up for this rank cup this week. But
I mean, then again, yeah. Maybe he's like a, what is it? One of those people who only plays it at the very last day and like, you know, gets everyone else mad. It's like, why are you only playing the last day? I thought I was beating you. So, yeah.
yeah, don't you just hate when you wake up to see you're ranked and you lose like 2 spots overnight because people just wait till the last hour? Hate
Sanchz
it,
is
you know?
very happy. We could see
Yeah.
we could see the happiness in Costa Rica. I think
We can't hear his call because I'm pretty sure he has it on stream, but we have it mute. So I can only
Yeah.
imagine how Costa Rica were feeling when they got that win confirmed. But
Yeah.
absolutely incredible stuff from Costa Rica. Congrats to them again. Probably, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed they're moving on to our top 8 next week. Or actually in 2 weeks. Sorry. Because yeah, I do want to mention for people who aren't aware, the World Cup is taking a break for next weekend. We have a primarily American team working on this event, and you know it's the holiday, so we will be taking a week off, coming back in the following week for our last matches. But we will be seeing Costa Rica then. So again, congrats to them. Great stuff. Final score plus 68.
Yeah, pretty solid for them. Also worth noting, in 2 weeks we'll be seeing the World Cup teams play the new track, which I think is Cheap Island. I think.
Yeah, that
That'd
is
be
a good
pretty-
point to make. The tour will be changing, so we'll see completely different tracks the next time or the next weekend, like for the next phase of the event. And not only that, but finals are also going to be on completely different tracks as well, even
Yeah.
because of the event getting pushed back a week and how the tours work. Yeah, quarterfinals and then semifinals and finals will have completely different tracks, so that is going to be
Really
definitely a factor to look at.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to look at. With that said, final score 268, 200. Great job for both teams. Congrats on Costa Rica for confirming their spot into the next stage of this World Cup. With that said, nothing else to comment on. You have anything else, Mitch?
Yeah, just quickly, the stream schedule meant we were supposed to follow up with a Mario Kart 8 match, Austria versus Nordic. I think that is going to be that cast is going to be canceled. I think that's just going to be a free win for one of the teams, as one of the teams can't gather enough players for that. So we won't be covering that match. So if looking at the schedule quickly, I think that was going to be the last match on MKC for tonight. Yeah. So all the remaining matches tonight will be over on Endgame TV. We have some solid Mario Kart Wii matches, one more Mario Kart 8 match, and then also, like I mentioned earlier, our 2 remaining MKT matches for the day: Mexico-Chile at 10 p.m. Eastern, followed up by Japan-Peru at 11 p.m. Eastern. So 2 matches
really
you
exciting.
definitely won't want to miss. Coming up on Endgame TV tonight. So check those out for sure. But that will conclude the stream for Mario Kart Central today. Thanks to everyone for watching. Again, congrats to Costa Rica, and we will see you over at Endgame.
See you guys.